Hello and welcome to Prime Business. I am Pius Kujubaka. The Association of Ghana Industries has urged commercial banks to honor their promise of cutting lending rates in the coming days. The Ghana Association of Banks have promised to reduce their lending rates drastically this week following the significant drop in Ghana reference rates last week. Seth Chumakwabwa has been speaking to Joy Business.
Expect that the banks will drop the interest rate significantly. First of all, we appreciate the reduction in policy rates, which was announced just about a week ago. And subsequently, we've had engagement with Bank of Ghana. We've also had engagement with the media. And we've made a point that anytime there is a policy rate drop, there's supposed to be a positive correlation, as my friend John Awuah said. However, in the past, when there's a policy rate drop, we don't see that significant drop. Sometimes it's not even proportionate. And we've expressed a bit of concern over this. So I'm happy that the Bankers Association is mentioning that indeed there's significant drop in the lending rates. So we look forward to see it implemented on the ground. We'll be monitoring it. We'll be talking to our members to see how it's actually reflecting in their day-to-day transactions with the banks. So it's a positive development, and I said rightly so, because we've all experienced significant macroeconomic stability since the beginning of the year. So one would only expect that all these indicators will point to a positive end, and therefore coming down on the interest rate is just the right thing to do.
The Bank of Ghana has given approval for some financial institutions in the country to commence individual credit scoring program in the country. And this was captured in the 2024 credit reporting document. George Biafe tells us more.
The approval, which was given last year, has already seen some of these institutions commence that process of building up credit score for individuals in the country with some good credit history. All the three credit reference agencies currently offer the service, that is XTS Data, Dun and Bradstreet, and My Credit Score. It is the expectation of the Bank of Ghana that this move will go a long way to improve credit delivery, impact on the cost of credit. The Bank of Ghana also believes it could assist those who have demonstrated good borrowing behavior but do not have collateral to aid access to credit in the country. The credit reporting activity data also showed that all the commercial banks in the country are now fully submitting data on their clients to the credit reference bureaus in the country. The report also showed a surge in digital loans by most of the financial institutions in the country, moving away from the traditional means of extending credit to clients.
This evening, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has assured there will be no power disruptions in the country as Atuabo Gas Processing Plant undergoes a 2-week scheduled maintenance work from August 16 to 30th. Now, speaking to my colleague Elton Brobe earlier on the polls, spokesperson for the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, Richmond Roxon, says the scheduled maintenance will not affect power supply in the country.
Absolutely no. We don't expect any disruptions in power supply. We expect that, as has been the case in the last few months, all businesses, all homes, all residents, institutions will continue to have stable power supply within the period. And this maintenance is critical. It should have been done long ago. Upon assumption in office by this administration, one thing that came to light was that lots of maintenance works that had to be done, some planned or some scheduled maintenance, had all been deferred. And these decisions posed a threat to our energy security, because if you continue to defer some of these critical maintenance, you can have a situation where these plants, or depending on whether it's thermal or in this case Atuabo, will break down. And if it breaks down, you can imagine the impact of Atuabo on our national security, because they provide a critical backbone when it comes to power generation. So over the period, the minister responsible for energy and green transition, Honorable Jinapo, together with the stakeholders in the power sector, put together a plan to see some of these maintenance work go on. We've seen a number of plants that have undergone maintenance quietly, would it not come to your attention because of how it's been managed. At this time, the ministry deems it critical and the ideal time to be able to give the green light. And that is why Atwabo has been given the green light to shut down for about 15 days to be able to do this critical maintenance.
Away from power supply, in a quest to champion localized artificial intelligence models to aid the growth of the country's digital economy, the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation has announced the establishment of a national data exchange hub. The hub, according to the sector minister, Samuel George, will enable the sharing of data between government and private institutions. This will be crucial in the creation of a rich database capable of building robust AI models that suit Ghana's context. He spoke at the technology event.
Artificial intelligence is not a future ambition. It's a present-day mandate. From agriculture to education, health to transport, justice to finance, defense to homeland security, every ministry, department, and agency must become AI-ready. This is not about replacing human judgment. It's about augmenting our institutions with intelligence, efficiency, and predictive insight. It's about unlocking new value for citizens, streamlining public services, and positioning the government itself as a driver of innovation. Our message was simple: no MDA must be left behind. This agenda belongs to all of us. We will also develop the policies and provide the technical support from my ministry to help build the talent pipelines to ensure that AI becomes a core capability of the Ghanaian state. To match this, we are also working on establishing a national data exchange hub, a secure, interoperable backbone that will allow public and private entities to share data transparently, safely, seamlessly, and efficiently. Data is the new oil. Data, however, unlike crude, must be refined through trust, policy, and precision. And Ghana will lead on this front. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we are undertaking a comprehensive review of all existing legislation in the ICT sector, not as a bureaucratic exercise, but as a strategic imperative. And I'm pleased to announce that at this moment, the ministry is currently undertaking 15 new legislation to lay.
Chief Executive of MTN Ghana, Stephen Blewett, has reaffirmed the company's commitment to achieving gender parity in the workplace, ensuring equal pay for women. He made this known at a program held for finalists of the National Girls in ICT Initiative.
At the MTN House in Accra, MTN Ghana welcomed finalists of the National Girls in ICT Initiative, providing them with first-hand exposure to a real-world technology environment. Chief Executive Stephen Blewett emphasized the company's goal of achieving gender parity in its workforce and ensuring equal pay for women, noting that the next big tech leader or even the next MTN Ghana CEO could emerge from among the young participants.
You know, me as CEO, I have a target to actually make sure that MTN has two things. And I'm not on my script anymore. Two things. One is making sure that our business has 50% women in it, which we're close to. And that's across all layers. It's not just at the bottom. Okay. And the other part is to make sure we have pay parity, so that women are being paid the same as men. There's no reason women should be paid different to men. That it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. MTN's support for this initiative is more than an investment in technology. It's an investment in you, our girls. Because we know the next big idea, the next innovation, the next leader can come from girls like you. The next MTN Ghana CEO can come from one of you. As I said, at MTN Ghana, we believe in diversity and inclusion, and are not just values to aspire towards, but they're essential components of innovation and progress. And it's imperative that we ensure equal opportunities for everyone, especially our young girls.
For nearly a decade, MTN Ghana has been one of the longest-standing partners of the National Girls in ICT project. Senior Manager for Corporate Communications, Georgina Asarfiagbenu, says the company's sponsorship is driven by its commitment to diversity, inclusion, and sustainability.
I must say that we've been one of the longest-standing partners for this project. And the reason is that MTN is really interested in diversity and inclusion, and it's also part of our broader sustainability project. We were very happy to support girls so that they are also able to show a lot of interest and also take the opportunity to upgrade their skills in girls in ICT. Today we have 100 students here, but in all we've impacted about 13,000 girls across the country.
MTN Ghana says it will continue investing in initiatives that inspire, mentor, and equip girls with the skills to excel in the digital world.
That's it for Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo Baka, grateful serving you.